So, hello everybody, my name is Daniil Dubov and today I'll play another session of BANTER BLITZ. So I have a lot of challenges waiting for me, so let's start. Yeah, I think I'll mostly accept the ones with increment. So, which one should I start with? Yeah, not too many people want to play with increment. Okay, let's start with some 3 minutes game. And I guess it's about to start. Yeah, here we are. d4, d5, c4, e6. Oh, okay, let's do it. Okay, so now we played what his username wants us to play. Now we can think knight c3. Okay, let's go, I don't know, let's go h6. h6 is obviously a stupid move, but it's not that stupid that one might think. I think I faced it many times playing Blitz against Vladimir Fedoseev, and I actually realized it kind of makes sense. So now we go knight f6. So the point is basically there is no bishop g5 anymore. And then after bishop f4, we go bishop d6. And we are sort of okay with what we get. Yeah, go bishop g3, logical. Okay, that's nice. e3 probably? Yeah. Now the move I sort of want to play is bishop f5, but then he probably has queen b3. Queen b3, knight c6. Yeah, I don't know, let's do it anyway. Goes bishop d3, yeah, this is more solid, but then black should be completely fine, I guess. Now I can just play c6, rook e8, and play it sort of more. Wow, he castles long. This is impressive. Okay, let's go rook e8 anyway, and then we'll think. Yeah, now it would be nice to checkmate him, because otherwise I could be checkmated myself. Okay, let's go a5. So yeah, the plan is to push the pawn till he will do something. And then we'll think. He should probably do the same though. Maybe just f4 now, then bishop h4. f4 looks kind of reasonable. Although in general I'm not a big fan of his concept, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, goes f4. Okay, let's try knight b4, and then if he plays some queen e2 or queen g2, I want to play queen c8, queen f5 check. Yeah, I don't know if it really makes sense though. I mean, it looks reasonable to play queen f5 check, but then in terms of ideas, it will run into some g4 at some point. I'll do it anyway. So he should probably go to c1. Is after king a1? Yeah, he goes to c1. Is there something smart here? Yeah, I mean, if I'll play it slow, he will just play g4, and I'll probably regret the whole queen f5 concept. Yeah, I can play knight e4, but then g4 still exists. Yeah, I could also take on e5. Yeah, I don't know, let's take on e5. It's actually a bit too messy for a blitz game, but okay, I have to do something. So he could play a3 now, then I'll probably take on a3, a takes b4, take on d1, and take on b4, and I'm fine. And knight takes a3 is a strat anyway. Maybe something like rook d2 makes sense now. Yeah, well, he's actually a very strong player, it seems. Yeah, now I can play some random move and then after h3 just take on e5. Or there is no or in fact. Yeah, okay, let's just do it then. Queen g6, h3, take on e5. And... yeah, again, it's not that I'm a big fan of what we're doing here, but at least it kind of makes sense. It shouldn't be hopeless. Probably worse, but it's not dead lost at least. Yeah, and that's why we should normally play with increment, I guess, because he will just end up being flagged or blundering something kind of right. Goes bishop f2. Okay, now I can take on g2. Now I can, I guess, take on h3. Yeah, and he lost some time. Well, he played sort of okay before this time trouble started. And that's why we should play with increment, people. Now I'm trying to find at least one challenge with increment. Yeah, I managed to do it. And go d4. Arjun Kalyan from India. I think I played him in a classical game in Abu Dhabi, probably. He played very well there, so it's definitely a real challenge. So what do we play here? Yeah, let's try knight c3. e6. Okay. After bishop g5, there is quite something to remember. Yeah, that's why we go e3 or g3. Okay, let's go g3. Takes bishop g2. What now? b5 or it's either b5 or knight bd7. Yeah, he goes knight d7. Okay, castles. So now both b5 and bishop e7 make sense. He goes for b5. Okay. This is actually a very ambitious line, which is sort of dangerous for both. Okay, let's go e5, knight g5. I think this is what theory says. Now it's... I don't remember what is it exactly. I think both h6 and bishop e7 exist. Yeah, and then there was some like strange theory. Okay, let's just go knight e4. I think the theory goes like queen h5, g6, queen h3, then white normally takes on e6 and raise, sort of. Knight e4 is sort of an attempt to play it slow. I just want to play queen g4, develop slowly, and I don't know what exactly, to be honest. I'm calm down, and maybe it is not a dream scenario, but no, at least if he plays king f8, then it's kind of acceptable for me long term. There is no obvious way to... yeah, he goes g6, which also makes sense. Okay, h4, now maybe h5. The point is that basically it's quite difficult for him to... yeah, to make this rook on h8 join the game. It's a little bit weird. I don't know if you can hear it, but I feel like the world is about to end before... yeah, behind my back. People are celebrating something today in Russia. Goes h6. Okay, so he just wants to prepare some queenside castling, probably. Which makes sense. Do I need to play h5? Maybe not. Yeah, anyway, I want to play h5. I don't know why exactly. Goes g5. So now he wants queen b6, and then he wants to castle long and play. Which makes sense, but it's not that I'm... not that I'm lost or anything like that. Okay, let's say bishop e3. Sometimes it makes sense to take on d5 and play knight d6 check in these positions. I don't know if it's exactly the case though. He goes to c7. Logical. So now I can just wait for him to castle and then go b3, or I can go b3 straight away even. If I go b3, he probably wants to take on c3 and play b4. And it's weird, I don't know what is that. Which doesn't mean it's bad for white actually. Okay, let's try b3. I think it's very logical to take on c3 and play b4. Then we go to e4 or a4, he goes c3, and then we start playing it somehow, like f4 maybe. He can obviously take on b3 in terms of ideas, but then it's kind of, if I get the cb, ab, I'm not that worried anymore. Yeah, that's what he does. Not that I'm winning, but at least I know what I'm doing, and it cannot be too bad for me. Yeah, go c5. Now, at very least, I can take on b5, take on a8. And there is also d5. d5 is sort of more ambitious, but yeah, let's think about it. Let's say I go d5, knight takes c5, we need to... He'll probably just castle short. Then I have some f4. He could also castle long. Yeah, it feels like I have to take on d5, but I don't really want to be honest. I mean, I'm fine there, but it's not that fancy. Whatever, let's go g5. It's probably a bad move, but who really cares? So knight takes c5 is logical, queen e2 is logical, and then he will have to think a bit. Yeah. Maybe there is even b4, by the way. Yeah, d5 was not exactly asking for itself, to be honest. But yeah. Goes c4, which I don't like, to be honest. Allows bishop d4. It allows many things. Okay, let's go bishop d4. He goes f6. Okay, this is not the most precise way to play it, probably. I can even go f4 now. Yeah, I have to do something. Let's go f4. Like, I don't know what's going on, to be honest, but kind of makes sense. He can play bishop c5, then I just take and play king h1 or king h2. Maybe h1. He can also retreat with knight. Yeah, he goes to g3, which is not exactly a retreat, but it's also decent. Now we take. Some queen d6 or what? Queen d7. Okay. Can I just take on c4? I can also play knight e4. I have many moves. The time is running. Okay, let's just take on c4. Just take it back. Now rook b1 looks logical. Yeah, he takes and takes on g2, right? Yeah. Castle's long. Okay, let's just go bishop e3. Now it's a mess, but it doesn't look too bad for white, I think. And bishop h4 is there. Okay, at least I have rook g1. Yeah, I can give a check. Go back. So now if I go... Yeah, let's try it. There is no time to think. So I hope rook g3 is not made, but... he has rook takes e3, so no, that is unpleasant. I'll have e7 in the end, and then g5. Yeah, he does. What's that? I think give it a check. Wow, can it really work? It's a bit surprising, to be honest. I don't have time to calculate everything, obviously. Oh, at least I have a perpetual, it seems. Bishop is 7, doesn't it? This allows some bishop b4. Okay, on b6. I still don't see how exactly I could checkmate him here, to be honest. Maybe I should just repeat. Feels like I'm winning though, but I don't see how exactly. Okay, good game. Right. So, at least this was fun. What else? And 3 plus 2 again. Okay, let's go. We'll go e4 this time. So 5, okay, I have 3. g4 takes. g6, okay, at least it's not my move. Let's try to do something strange here. Let's go bishop c4 maybe. Bishop b3. Then we just castle. And we just take. Okay. So the point of what I'm doing is that basically I'm playing the English opening with bishop c5, having an extra tempo. Which is not that important, but it's very playable anyway. We'll say 5, bishop e4. So white is normally sort of trying to get e4, e5 here. And black has many plans. He can play e5, he can also try some knight d7 followed by, yeah, knight d7 followed by some c5, c4 even eventually. Okay, let's just pick queen d2. Yeah, knight c5, logical. So what should I play now? I can play bishop h6. e4 doesn't win yet, I have bishop c4, right? So I can, yeah, I can play bishop h6 probably. Maybe he could just take and then play something logical. Starts with a4, takes. Do I need to take though? Yeah, it's not that I dramatically need to take, to be honest. On the other hand, why not to take? Okay, let's take whatever. Oh, bishop h6. Now I'll probably take and go something like queen d4 check, or even e5 straight away. I can also play rook a to d1 first. Yeah, let's go rook d1 first. So in general, it kind of shows rook b6. That allows knight takes a4, but knight takes a4 doesn't make a lot of sense. I can also play queen d4 check. Then he has e5, but it's quite unlikely that he'll play e5. I can also just play b3, so b3 would be my first intention. Yeah, against some very strong player. Okay, let's just go b3. It's still a bit mysterious, so he managed to trade a lot of pieces in the a-pawns, but why exactly is it an achievement for black is the question. CB was kind of considerable as well, but I just like this one more. So now I guess I can play queen d4 check and then e5 finally. He'll probably play f6, so I can start by playing e5 and then queen e3. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, now he has d5, which is annoying. This is logical. Okay, then we probably restructure to playing on the queen side, like h4 and so on. h5. Start to like the way he plays. Okay, let's say rook e3. In terms of ideas, it looks logical to play something like rook e3, knight e2 to d4. Yeah, I guess now knight e2 is sort of okay. And then I want some f4, followed by f5. That also requires him to, yeah, to spend like 3 moves doing nothing, to be honest, but there is always a hope. I think rook b2 e6 followed by rook a1 makes sense here for that. He goes rook a2, not exactly attacking anything, so I just go a4. Now at least it starts to make sense for white. Like I really want to play 5, g takes, and then some rook f1 or knight g3. Goes queen a7, so rook takes b3 is a threat now. Fancy. Okay, I go king h2 then. Queen a5 looks logical. Yeah. So what should I do? I don't really want to trade the queens. On the other hand, who really cares about what I want here? I could play rook c3, probably. d4 knight takes seems to work. Okay, let's try it. Feels a bit shaky. Some rook b4 kind of makes sense. I don't know. Queen b4. That prevents f5 at the least. He also wants to play d4. That's actually smart. I'm low on time. Okay, let's just play queen e3. d4. Now that we have an increment, it's not that I'm like dramatically scared of losing on time. Now f5 is coming. Maybe he should play queen b8 to face it with f6. Goes to b6. That I think allows f5. Not that f5 is winning immediately though, but at least I have some ideas. So f6 now. Can I do it? I don't know. Yeah, let's try it. Takes. Wow, this allows many things. Queen e7. Fate. Queen c7, I have rook g3. Looks like I'm winning here. G3 was also fine, but yeah, okay, but this is nice. A real turnover. Yeah. Okay. Same problem. 2 rooks less. Okay. That was also interesting. I think I was kind of outplayed at some times. Okay. What else do we have? Um, well, I don't know what to choose, to be honest. Let's go with this one. I'm always white, it's a bit strange. But it's definitely a nice surprise. Another Indian player, which means it will be tough. Goes c6. Okay, let's switch to the Slav. Yeah. Knight h4, he probably wants bishop e4. Yeah, and I remember exactly nothing here, to be honest. I think there is a line though that you can play in a simple way, like you just go queen b3, and you go. Maybe it's not that simple. I don't even know if I can play bishop d2 now. Maybe he takes and plays bishop c2. Okay, let's take first, whatever. I don't know why exactly I needed them, but why not? So what I want to do is to castle queenside, and then I want to play it slow. It's easier said than done, but okay, let's say castle. So with knight on d7 after cd, like cd is normally better for white if he doesn't have his knight on c6, which means he will normally have to go ed. Bishop d6 is kind of attacking h2, but I don't think it's real strat. Or maybe it is, I don't know. Oh, bishop e2 looks reasonable anyway, right? Maybe it doesn't, by the way. He castles queenside as well. Okay. Then I think we go queen c2. And he's probably forced to take, right? King back. King b8. Yeah, king b8 is never a bad move. Will he ever take? Alright, he managed to make me believe that he can take on h2 one day, so I'll go h3. Knight b6. He brings it to d5, right? Okay. Let's go e5, which also makes sense. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like slightly better for white, but definitely nothing special. So after bishop f3, here's knight c4, so I start by playing bishop c1. Yeah, so now I can play bishop f3. There's still knight c4 though. Okay, knight c4 is not the end of the world, probably. Knight c4, so let's say I go rook e1, queen b6. I think I have queen b3. Yeah, I probably do. So the point is that after queen b6, it's not only knight takes e3 that is a threat, but there is also knight e3 check coming. So I have to do something about both. But I think queen b3 kind of solves both of my problems. He'll probably just take, I don't know, or knight a5, let's say. Knight a5 allows queen takes f7. Which doesn't mean it's necessarily bad, but probably it is bad. There is also a fancy line of knight takes e3, queen takes b6. Oh, even rook takes e3 is good, but I said queen takes b6, knight takes d1. But even there I have many ways. Yeah, so he just takes. Now I think I play king c2. Nothing is wrong with that. Then I'll try to get some e4, e5. Bishop d4. Okay. Is it actually good for him to trade all the rooks? I don't know. Okay, let's say I just take and then I go e4 first. Then I'll think about it. His knight on e5 is a bit misplaced. Goes knight d7. So he wants to bring it to c5 and then goes knight to attack b3. I guess I'll play b1. Goes bishop a7, which like he just wants to play knight somewhere, but this is not something I need to prevent probably. Yeah? Okay, bishop e3. So knight c5 doesn't work now. I can just take and oh, now even c5 is hanging, but b4 would be an option as well. Now I guess I should start pushing my pawns in the center. e5. He'll probably play something like knight f8 at some point and just try to survive it. Goes b6. Which probably means he wants to bring the knight back somehow. Now 94 or 92 both look kind of logical. Let's go 92. He goes bishop c5, but that means if I take, he takes with a pawn, which doesn't look right. I mean, it is forced now, so it's definitely correct. After bishop takes c5, but the whole idea was probably not ideal. Okay, let's go d1 back. We'll go 94. Knight f8. Okay, he has a lot of weak pawns. I think it should be quite good for me. Bishop g4 probably. So the point is to stop 96. If he goes 96, I will just take, and I think it should be just closed. After king e7, I have some bishop c8, which is annoying. And otherwise, I just go king c3, king c4, try to improve my position. Goes knight d8, which is a free pawn, it seems, and f5. Okay, but this is definitely lost. Should I take or I need to take one? Maybe I just go knight d3. I think it's important to play h4 just to stop all the g5 stuff. Alright. I'll go b4. Okay. Now we probably go bishop d1, followed by bishop b3. Okay. Let's say king takes. Not that simple anymore, unfortunately. Okay, let's just go bishop d1 and start it again. After bishop f7, he had some knight e2, which I did not quite like. And here at least I can chill forever. I can improve slowly and then try to win it somehow. Okay, let's check. He actually managed to bring the knight to e4 anyway, which is a bit surprising. I didn't actually realize how he managed to do it exactly, but the check was not ideal probably, but okay. Well. Now it's comfortable again, but it's probably not winning anymore. Anyway, it should be extremely unpleasant in practical game. And I think he disconnected, or it's me who disconnected, I don't know. Yeah, okay, that's a bit weird to win this way, but I think it's very, very, very unpleasant in the end for him. Okay. Let's consider... Let's play this guy. He's very strong, but yeah, there is no increment in this game, so I'll have to play faster. Which is annoying, to be honest, but okay. What can I do about it? Okay, let's go. I don't know, bishop g4 and knight d7. Yeah, I think Artemiev played this way many times with white, but without any real success, I guess. Okay, now we go, or we even include e4. Looks interesting to include e4. Okay, let's try to include e4. I'll be flagged anyway, so who really cares what I do exactly? Okay, say queen. I can even take on d3 actually, but I don't want to. I can also play queen e7. Yeah, let's go with queen e7. Queen c2. Okay. Let's play something logical. I don't want to castle yet, to be honest. Okay, let's try some a5 first. The thing is, I have many different plans here, and if we play with increment, I would definitely think about it, but yeah, now that there is no increment, I just have to play fast and play any reasonable moves that I can see. There is no really obvious reasonable move anymore, though. Okay, let's switch for playing a bit boring. Let's just take on d3. Which is obviously admitting that I played like an idiot, more or less, but okay, sometimes we have to admit that. So now I cannot really castle queenside as I have the stupid pawn on a5. So I think we will both castle kingside, and then that allows queen before check, by the way. Okay, let's go for it. Not that king e2 is any kind of a very big achievement for me, but I have to try it. Okay, so let's say I just castle. Then I just take, go rook d8. And now it's as boring as it can be. Knight c5. Not that I need knight c5, but yeah, I wanted to set this trap. The trap is not exactly killing them, but yeah, at least it's a little bit of fun. Okay, should I just take? Maybe I can even take on it too. Yeah, let's take on it too. Let's play it simple. Okay. Go back. I don't know, d6, d7, maybe d7. Now I'm still slightly worse and low on time, so not too many reasons to be optimistic here. Now I think I'm slightly better and low on time, which doesn't really change much. Okay. G4 is a bit strange, but there's nothing really wrong with it. F5 is also strange, but there is nothing really wrong with it either. Okay, let's try b5. Nah, come on, it was a very unlucky pre-move. Yeah, that's why I don't play these games without increment. Yeah, congratulations. Okay, I learned my lesson. No more games with no increment. Okay, so I think I've just seen a challenge from Rudik Makaran, who always has the right to play me. Yeah, here he is. Okay, let's go with e4 this time. Come on, it's not such a difficult position to play yet. Yeah, okay, go for c5. And e6. What do we play here? Maybe we go on s3. Knight c6. Then why do you start with e6? Okay, whatever. Let's just go g3. Not that g3 makes any like big difference comparing to d4 followed by g3, but I just like to start this way. Go with bishop d7, which is probably a very smart way to play it. Like he's trying to save the time on a6. Normally he will have to play a6 anyway at some point, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, but then why do you play it this way? Okay, let's just castle first. Bishop e7, let's just play, I don't know, 4. The idea of the line is to start pushing the kings and pawns at some point, like f4, g4, g5, and so on. And in a way, it's a strange scavenging, where white normally has to spend like a few times to play bishop e2, f4, bishop f3, g2, and I managed to play bishop f1, g2, which is at least more logical. But yeah, there are some. Goes h5. Yeah, this is logical. Probably logical to play h3. I think I faced this line as black in 2013, playing Ruslan Ponomarev in the World Cup. I was going to play this Paulson as black, and yeah, it was a bit surprising, but this line was what he was doing throughout the match. So he would just go knight b3 and start this g4, g5 stuff. I think our old conclusion was that basically you need to I don't know what it's queen c7 about. Let's say queen e2. I think our conclusion was that basically you need to wait for g4 as black, and then you normally take and go d5 or go d5 straight away. Yeah, he's preparing this knight a5, knight c4. Now in terms of ideas, I think white normally plays rook d1, knight c4, bishop c1. Also, I could also take. I don't want to take them. Like if I go rook a d1, knight c4, bishop c1, he will play b5. I'll go h3, and we will play again. Okay, whatever. Knight c4 looks logical. Okay. And b5 looks logical as well. I'll go h3. Knight takes e3 exists, but it's not that I'm worried about it. There will be some e5 business now. That's it this way. Okay. So let's say I go knight d4, he probably takes bishop d7. And then I have to come up with something that we could call an idea. It would be nice to play b3, knight takes e3, and I have something there. I could just play bishop b2 there even. I don't know how good is that. I can also start by playing something boring like rook d3. Yeah, okay, let's go rook d3. Sometimes you have to play going moves. I think it was also interesting to go like b3, knight takes e3, knight d5 even. ed, bishop takes e3, but yeah, somehow rook d3 just feels more sort of more to the point. It goes knight d7. I hope this allows b3. Okay, I think it does. I'll probably play knight d6. I know the guy, he's probably considering some knight c to e5, some other random moves, but they don't work. Yeah, so that's why he goes back. What's his next move? He wants to play knight c5, I'll just go back. Yeah, okay, let's just play bishop b2. In terms of ideas, it's also interesting to play bishop e3 back, actually. But it feels a bit weird, like you don't play b3 to play bishop c1 to e3 normally. d7, okay, he started playing quickly, which probably means he's running out of ideas. Now he allows b4, which is not that obvious. If I need it or not, I don't know. Yeah, let's just go king h2 so far. Queen b8. Now he's asking for some knight d5. Okay, let's do it. I don't know if it's good. Probably it's a bit early. I could just play rook e1 first. But I just want to play it. Yeah. King f8. So what was my idea exactly? Maybe there was no idea actually. Okay, let's go knight c6 and take back. Yeah, let's say rook e1. This is 7. Logical. Now I should just play it slow somehow, like c4 maybe. X to x. I want to play rook d2 2. And then b4. That's very good for me actually. He also allows bishop takes f6. I'll just play f5. I only need to avoid blundering some stupid knight g4 check, but I think I'll manage. Okay. Queen takes c6. Now I'll just have to play this pawn up here. Okay, it's still good for me. I mean, it's a bit sad to go knight d5 and then switch for playing an ending with an extra pawn, but sometimes we have to accept it. Now I'll probably bring the rook to c6. Rook 8 is logical. h4, actually blundered h4. It's a bit unpleasant. Can I play bishop f4? I probably can. Yeah, that allows f5, and that allows b5. b5 is probably good. Now I go b6. And f5. Now I do a check, and then I put the pawn on b7. And then it has to be lost for him, right? Like, he can never take on b7, then I take back and go 7. Yeah, here's the answer. It was an interesting game as always. Okay. People are really tough today. Okay, let's accept a challenge from someone less known, let's say. E4, knight c6. Let's go. Okay, d5. d4, yeah. I promised myself many times to learn the theory here, but I always forget to do this. I think it's either e5 or castle c1. Maybe both are fine. Let's go with e5. Just takes. Then I thought I can take on d1, and I thought it will be kind of okay for me. Maybe I was wrong. I'm actually pawned down. Why would it be okay? Maybe because my pieces are kind of better developed. Yeah, bishop g3. Yeah, I can include h5. h3 takes on f3, then h4 and take on e5, which is probably okay. I could also try doing something weird. Don't know what is weird exactly, so... Okay, let's go h5. Yeah. Do I actually need to take on f3? Like, if I want to take on e5 anyway, maybe my pawn is better placed on h5. Maybe not. Maybe I don't need to spend time thinking about it. I could also consider some bishop f5, which is kind of fancy and probably not the best move, but somehow I want to play it. Okay, let's just play it simple. So bishop e2 runs into... Yeah, okay, doesn't matter anymore. It just takes, and probably bishop e2 is a move. Or bishop e4, but bishop e4 I just go g6 and then go f5. Not that it's a drama for white, I'm just trying to explain what I'm doing here. I think it's slightly better for black. His bishop is kind of misplaced after all, and now after c6 he doesn't have any good square. So now after f5 he wants to take on f5. That's why I just play bishop g7. And now f5 is an idea, and knight c4 is also an idea. Still not a big drama. Maybe he just goes rook a d1. Then after knight c4, I don't know, he will have to look for some tactical way to solve the problems. I don't see it clearly yet, to be honest. Alright, now... I mean, he could just play knight d1 and give up a pawn, but it's not equal, for sure. He just plays rook b1, which is even more weird, in my opinion. Who really cares about my opinion? Like, first of all, I can just take on b2. Secondly, I can play something like knight d2. Rook e1 is pretty much forced. Rook 8 would be winning, but he has bishop f5 check. Yeah, I could just take on c3, go knight d2, take on e4, go rook d1 check and rook d2, rook f4, and I just go f5 and probably winning. Oh, knight takes b2 is winning as well. Why do I need to be brilliant here? Yeah, I had a big number of moves. Even some king c7 would make sense. Because then knight d2 would be threat, he would probably play bishop d3, and then we would take on b2, but anyway, that's good for black. Now we give it a check, and go bishop e5. So, black play f5, and then, yeah, I have many good moves here, that's the problem. Okay, let's, I don't know, let's go f5. So after rook d3, I have rook a1, then I collect a2 and probably promote it. It goes bishop f3, then the plan was to play rook d2 and bishop d4. c2 is hanging as well, by the way. Alright, still, like bishop d4, he wants rook e2. He kind of has a hope to save it, right? Actually, maybe he will. I just take on f2 and take on g3. I don't know what is that. At least I don't think I'm blundering anything huge. Like I have a 4 here. So, yeah. If it's not a blunder, then it's probably a dead loss for white. Okay, mistakes. Takes. Yeah, now I'm sort of confident. I'll go h4 to protect the pawn, and I have 3 pawns to make at least 1 queen out of them. I guess I'll manage. Okay, let's go h4 just in case. Now we start promoting. Four. Okay, I don't know, c5. I'm good at this stuff. When I have 3 passes with 0 counterplay, I'm normally, you know what I'm doing here. Okay, d4. d3. I hope I don't need to explain what I'm doing exactly. Now we have another guy to join the game. Okay. Yeah, alright. Let's go back to the challenges again. So what do we have here? Okay, so 3 plus 2 again. Let's go Philidor this time. Okay. Queen f3, wow. Played so quickly. The point, okay, let's just pass on. Knight f5. Why so serious? Can I just go knight c6? Like, what does he want exactly? He just wants to take on a7 and go bishop g5? Yeah. I can also take on f5. Okay, let's just take on f5. I just want to play it simple. Like, you don't play Philidor to play brilliantly, you know? You just play it to play simple. I have to admit it kind of makes sense. I mean, queen f3 makes sense if black has to take on f5. Doesn't necessarily mean it's brilliant, but It does make sense for sure. Now he's trying to lose his queen, yeah? And after g6, he's forced to play queen f4, knight h5, queen h2. Wow. Okay, let's go c6 first. Castles. You normally go queen a5 in these lines. And then b5, or you start by playing b5. Let's say I go b5, after f4 I have g6. Yeah, let's go b5 first. Not that it's an attack already, but something is going to happen there. Okay, knight e2. This is a bit strange. I can play queen a5, I can play knight c4 as well. Feels reasonable to include g6 if I want to leave e5. Yeah, let's go g6 first, and then after queen f4 we go knight c4. So I thought in general f5 is quite a decent square for his queen, and if I play knight c4 first, then after g6 he has queen f3 as well. What's knight d4? Sort of logical. c6 is hanging, which is a bit annoying, to be honest. If I take on e3, he's still in time to take on c6, it seems. So I'll probably end up playing something like rook c8, which I don't like at all, to be honest, but okay. Like, the whole idea of playing knight d7, e5, c4 was not to allow bishop takes c4, to be honest. But yeah, still a game. Goes g4 now, but his attack is a bit too slow, I guess. I can just go queen a5. He will start considering knight f5 at some point, maybe even now it kind of makes sense. Not exactly a checkmate yet, but it kind of makes sense for sure. Yeah. Should I play knight d7? Yeah, maybe. Bishop g2. Alright, so it's going to be some strange race. Unless I just go queen e5 and trade queens. Which would mean I'm really scared. And to be honest, I am, but I don't want to admit it. Can also play queen a6. Yeah, okay, if he will checkmate me, it will be just a good game, right? So why would I really try to avoid that? So now he can just go bishop c3, knight f5, no matter what, and yeah, try to checkmate. Yeah, that's what he does. So is there a way to sort of avoid immediate checkmate? Oh, I have f6. Okay, let's go f6. Maybe it looks ugly. Oh, not maybe. It does look ugly, but who really cares? If knight f5 is not straight checkmate, then I will not really regret playing this move. So where is actually my attack? I want to play a few attacking moves as well, like knight b6, knight a4. Somehow I'm getting checkmated before I even started doing my own stuff. And now he takes, which is probably good. What is that exactly? Like, it definitely makes sense. The question is, if it's dead lost for me or he's just much better and has a brilliant compensation. And play c5, queen d5, queen c6. Nah, he can take and go knight d8. Yeah, that was actually very nice. So now it's a matter of quite a simple technique for him. Just get lost. That's why playing Philidor is not ideal. Let's put it this way. Okay. Yeah, he still has to win it, but how I fail to imagine what exactly kind of a problem he could face here. Can I go knight e4? Okay, first of all, I guess I take. Yeah, let's try to trade something. Okay. I'm kind of trying to hold on for a while, but okay, let's just wait. I mean, I'm obviously still lost. Yeah, just go before it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, so now he takes on a6 and goes bishop f2 if he's scared. Yeah. And I'm not in time to stop it, I guess. Yeah, okay, very good game. Alright, that's why we don't play Philidor anymore. So now I'll play black forever, it seems, right? Okay. e5. Okay, e4. Let's go c5 finally. Okay, c6. Yeah, this good old theory. It kind of used to be my home when I was like 16. Now I can barely remember the ideas, to be honest. I guess one of the lines was to take and go bishop c6. Yeah, and then I guess you normally do this. Then you go d5. So he just takes. White normally plays e5, I believe. But this is also okay. Let's take with the knight. He just takes, so he wants to play it sort of safe. Which makes sense as well, but this is not why black is sort of scared to play this. Now he switches for playing it in a very ambitious way. So what's wrong with queen takes a2? Not that I have a choice, it seems, right? So let's just take it. Yeah, if he starts to think here, then it's kind of a good sign for us. Now he just goes bishop d3. Okay, let's just develop the pieces and then we'll see. I'm a bit worried about losing the queen, but I have the d5 square available for a moment. So if he'll play some c4 or b3, I'll be worried again, but not yet. Oh, g4. Like, I don't really get the whole point. I can even take on f3. Okay, let's just take it. So basically, if there is a way to... Yeah, to mess it up with black, then bishop takes f3. But at the same time, if bishop takes f3 doesn't lose immediately, then it just wins. Which means that the game will probably be finished soon either way, which is exactly what I want. Okay, let's go for it. So now rook takes h1, runs into queen e1 check. So now he goes g5. That requires optimism. Okay, can I just go bishop c5 then? Now I think I go f5. Like, I'm obviously scared, but he doesn't have a single check, so... The problem is I'm completely winning. Now he goes b3. Okay. Then I'm definitely winning. Okay, let's just win it in a sort of prosaic way. Let's just go queen b4, trade the queens. Plain win. Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of a move that normally finishes the game. Okay. So let's go for 5 minutes per game against some really strong player. Marco Antonio, probably born in 1999. This also makes sense. Like, if you don't want to play with increment, but you want to play chess, then you normally go for 5-0. Okay, d4. Let's play the Bento gambit. So now we are going through the repertoire of myself being like 17 years old. So the Rouser line of the Sicilian that I played in the previous game and the Bento gambit were my favorite openings. Now we can go e6, but e6 is kind of boring. Completely fine, but it's not something that you play for win. I think there was some very smart theory here. So in terms of ideas, why black wants to capture on b6 with a rook. That's why white would normally do something smart to prevent it. which I think he didn't do actually. I also think the setup with knight on c3 is not ideal, although it looks very natural. I think normally they play bishop d2, bishop c3 there. Bishop f4 prevents e6. Makes sense. I'll go knight h5. So now I can play e6 if I want. I can also go f5. Yeah, f5 is normally tricky. Sometimes it works. It never looks good. So it obviously doesn't look good here. But it could be sort of decent. If I just go e6, then he takes, bishop takes e6, knight g5. The problem here with black is that you normally want to win, so you don't want to simplify it by playing d6 or something like that. But then if you sort of deviate from simplifications, you end up being just much worse. And that's what's going to happen with me. Okay, not the first time, not the last time. So now he goes a4, as there is no e6 anymore. Unless I can go e takes d5 and then d4. Yeah, let's try it, whatever. He goes for it. I don't know if he blundered it or he just likes his positions there that much. Probably, I don't need to care about it. I can probably still worse d4, knight c4 or something, but it feels like it's definitely something I have to do. Yeah, d4. Bishop g5, I can have to take. So he wants to play knight c4. I can start by playing h6, which I like. Okay, let's do it. Goes bishop h4, interesting. So if I go g5, so there is a fancy line. I go g5, take with the rook, and then knight c4, knight takes d4. Okay, let's do this. Now take. He goes f4, which also makes sense. He's trying to attack the king. The good news is that basically my pieces are placed reasonably well, so I don't need to be, too worried about it. He's actually a minute ahead. That will be a mess anyway. Okay. So he finally goes knight c4. So my idea here normally was to take on e4. I think I'll still do it. He takes on e4. Okay. Can probably take with the bishop. Can also take with the rook. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's take with the rook. Take. So he takes and he wants to play queen h5 in the end, right? Which is not like dramatically bad for me, but that's what he wants to play. If I take on c3 now, he still goes queen h5. Yeah, I don't know. It feels reasonable to take. think I will be just flagged as always, so I don't need to care that much. Yeah, so now I have rook e2 and rook e6. I think I will go rook e6. Yep, let's say rook g6. Can I take on c3 now? Probably I can. Like, he has some rook takes d6, but I don't know if it works. Maybe it does, actually. But then at least I have a billion of moves. I have rook takes g3, I have queen takes d6. Don't rook f4. Okay, let's give a check first. No, that I really have some attacking ideas. Wow, she goes to e1. Surprising. Okay, let's go in a5. Check. Queen is 7, she still has rook e4. I still have to do it though. Oh, have to was probably a bit too strong, but at least it's what I want to play. Yeah, this is a mistake, I guess. Now it's queen c3 and queen b2 checkmate. Like, my original idea was to go queen e2 check and capture g4, but this is even better. Okay, so here comes the last game, I guess. Would be nice to finish by playing somebody well known. Is there such a guy? Not sure. Okay, there is a guy who is really strong, it seems. And there is no increment, so I will be flagged and then I'll go have rest. Sounds like a perfect finish of the day. Don't know who is this guy, but when the first digit is 3, it normally means it's a very strong player. He doesn't want to play though, it seems. Okay, let's count till 10 and then reboot it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm there. Okay, then we'll play somebody else. Okay, I'll just accept random one. I don't think there was such a part of the contract that I can only play with black for the last hour, but okay, whatever. So now we got this typical structure, the Roslim or English opening, whatever you name it. And the way I played it is kind of tricky. So I haven't played bishop g7, which gives me an opportunity to put it to like g6 or e7, and then it will look even more like some Berlin with bishop takes c6, then like an actual Rosalino. Yeah, people normally do pretty much the same here, so they just bring the knight to c4, and then they go e4, e5. And there is nothing really wrong with that. Then we normally go b5, we trade the rooks, we allow f4, and it's still very solid for black. So now I can even take on c4. There is also b5. But okay, let's just play it in a very schematic way. Let's just take on f4, bring the queen to e6. Yeah, here it is. Not that white is really worse or something, maybe it's slightly worse, but anyway, the main point is that it's just very, very solid for black. It would be a bit more uncomfortable for black with a pair of rooks on the board. Goes bishop g3, I think that allows f5. He wants to play knight e5 there. Is he that smart? Wow. Then I have f4. Okay, it's a fancy line anyway. There is no goal to win the game. No, this was not his intention. Okay. Then we just play it simple, which means we probably go bishop d6. We trade the bishops, go rook 8. We are happy. So if he takes on d6, then after knight takes, both pawns are hanging. And if he goes queen f3, bishop takes g3, takes f5, then I think we have something like queen e5 or queen d6. And then there is queen d4 check after some knight e4 or knight g4. So he goes e5, which makes sense. So first of all, we can just go rook 8 here. I think we just do it without much of a hesitation. d3. That allows queen takes c4, among all the rest. So if we just go knight takes e5, he has rook e1. And that's probably the end of the line. If we go bishop takes e5, then he takes with the bishop and goes rook e1 again. So basically, okay, we just take on c4 and we ask what's wrong with this one. Just rook e1. Okay. We can go queen e6 back, for instance. We can play bishop c7 first as well. Bishop c7 runs into e6. Huh? Okay, let's go queen e6. It doesn't look ideal, to be honest. But at least it kind of makes sense. I'm just trying to stabilize it. So his only idea is to get knight f4 at some point. Maybe he can do it now, by the way. Queen takes c5, queen like g1. Anyway, he went for something else. So I was hoping for bishop c7 here. So knight f4, I think we can take on e5. Maybe he wants to play queen c3 there. Maybe it works. Feels like it doesn't, to be honest, but yeah, maybe it does. Anyway, let's wait for the move first. Like knight f4, knight takes e5, queen e2. We go somewhere, he plays knight d3. It actually seems to work. There is actually a brilliant line like knight f4, knight takes e5. Okay, doesn't matter. Now we just go g5 and we're much better. Okay, then we go c4 or f4, I don't know. c4. Yeah, that's basically why people play Zerosligo. Sometimes you just win a game without a single smart move from your side. So g takes runs into knight f3 check now. Goes rook f1, but okay. We obviously have many things here. This one, for instance. And now we just take. Trade everything. Take f4. Yeah, many good moves. We can just collect all the pawns actually. Yeah. If he goes rook f2, okay, then we just take. I think we will be fine. Yeah, bishop b5 is good. d4 is also okay. Yeah, it looks like a blockade, but he's too many pawns down, I think. Okay, now we just bring the king to c3. Go bishop c7. Yeah, maybe b6 is not an ideal square for the bishop, but it's good enough to collect a pawn. So yeah, I think that's where we'll call it a day so far. So it was great fun playing with you guys. Thanks everybody, and yeah, probably see you soon.